We live in a place that's bounded by water. It's characterized by water. We know that the climate is changing. Sea levels are rising. We live in a place where there are other stresses, including inequities in economy, in means, in social access. And we need to think about how we can make a more just, equitable, environmentally resilient world.
Resilient by Design was a one-year challenge in the Bay Area where they brought together teams of professionals, experts, and regional agencies to try to address the impacts of climate change. But they were missing that community and youth component. And so through Y-Plan, they were able to go into classes and really get to learn from students and young people what are the issues that they were facing every day, and what does that have to do with our long-term vision for the region around climate change.
Some things I don't want to change in East Palo Alto are places like the Baylands, in which people may not see the use or beauty of it right away, but if you live around there and you know its like actual purpose, it's such a helpful part of EPA. It's important to realize and understand where you are and that you're not the first one to be there. There's people or creatures, like living organisms, that have been there before you, and to like move in and just start taking over land, it's doing to them what you feel is unjustly being done to you.
For Y-Plan, we went on a field trip to a place where no one in Richmond really knows about, not even us if they didn't introduce it to us through the program. We went as a class and we observed the land, and we came up with our own ideas to innovate what we think the area should be.
In the 1960s through 1980s, when a lot of freeways were being built, it cut off a lot of our communities from those natural routes. So unfortunately, a lot of our younger generation has lost an identity that is really important.
When the young people were asked, why resilience is important for them, I think they were really pushing to think about how can that city that they live in today be a city that they can see themselves in long term. Having a resilient region really means a region that allows for those opportunities to be here, home, where they're already living.
Before Y-Plan, I was not aware of the potential our city had. I was just ready to get up and leave Richmond, go somewhere else. I wasn't thinking of ways to, innovate our city into making it something good, into making it something positive for our community and the people that live here.
Their experience is their gift. The projects they work on, the spaces that they design, the amenities that they ask for, when we're able to show them that their voice created it, I really feel like it's not just if you build it, they will come, but if they build it, they will come back.
Government does not care about Oakland. It takes all of Oakland's community to even get the government's attention. And even with government's attention, that don't mean nothing.
At first, I was really mad about Y-Plan. Really didn't want to participate in it because I was this is just another form of gentrification. But that was without me thinking about the actual power I had and what I could bring to the table and be able to help Oakland's community a lot more.
Kodo is a phenomenal student. He has so many opinions and he has this trove of experience that is not accessed in traditional ways through the traditional education system. There's a lot of changes happening in Oakland, and they are the perfect people to actually go and develop plans of action that don't leave behind these communities.
Many of the youth experience some of these challenges in our communities firsthand, and so they bring such great insights and knowledge to how we need to address some of these bigger climate challenges that we have before us.
It actually gave me a platform to voice my opinion and use my voice to see a change that I felt was necessary and could actually help my community in a positive way.
It feels really important to us because they're asking us. I noticed that students are waking up to the fact that, this is an actual conflict that we have to face, and that since they're directly talking to us, we're the ones who create change.
The fact that we as students got to be a part of something like this, and we got to be in this environment with adult professionals, some of us that actually want to pursue something in the field of science, technology, engineering, and math. I think this is kind of an eye-opener for us.
Y Plan gives our students the opportunity to find their voice in the community. Students have to think of what they want their world to be like and create for that. We don't need a bunch of little consumers. We need creators. And if we give them the opportunity to create, that's called empowerment.
Also, the cars transport the expressions of the person. That's really great.
We come up with design, but then ultimately, how do we actually implement these ideas in our community? This opportunity to open up people's imagination is really how we start to get to solutions.
The young people's lived experience in the Bay Area is really the missing link that we need to address in order to create and build a resilient Bay Area.